What's up, YouTube? This is Tech Time today, and as I promised, I have my first NBA 2K12 gameplay for you guys today. As you can see, I am the New Jersey Nets. I joined this online association with my brother and a few of his friends, and since I joined after the draft, I had to pick a team that was already selected, and I picked the Nets because they had LeBron and Dirk Nowitzki in their starting five, and aside from that, they were terrible. And throughout last season, this is the second season of our association, so throughout last season, I was making trades to build a good team around LeBron, and I think now I have the championship contender that I was looking for. With Roy Hibbert, Ekpe Udoh, LeBron James, Rudy Gay, and Baron Davis as the starting five, I pretty much am unstoppable. And that one play there, I was trying to pass it before he crossed half court, but for some reason my buttons were being unresponsive. I don't know why, but that's what happened there. And basically what you're going to see in this first quarter of gameplay is LeBron pretty much just takes over. Using my reward points, I upgraded LeBron's perimeter shooting, and now he's unstoppable. In this game, I actually think that LeBron is unrealistically bad. He can't get to the hoop with consistency for some reason. But now that I have his three-point shooting high enough, it's impossible to guard him because they pretty much just go for the pump fake, and if they don't, he'll just drain the three in their face. So it doesn't really matter what they do. As you'll see right there, he's unstoppable at this point. And to give you a little recap of what happened last season, I actually was one of the best teams in the league after the last few weeks or so, because I actually had this exact starting five you're seeing now. I traded for these guys right towards the end of the season, so I made it from one of the worst teams into the 8th seed, and I played the number 1 seed, destroyed them in the first game. The number 1 seed was actually my brother, by the way, and destroyed them in the first game. And then the second game, I was up by about 10 in the first quarter, and the game actually closed out, and it simulated, and somehow I ended up losing with a 10-point lead and with this group of guys on the floor. I don't know how that happened. And by the way, an example of what you saw before is why I got Rudy Gay. The combination of LeBron and Rudy Gay on the fast break is unstoppable. And for any of you guys drafting in 2K, if you have a high pick, I recommend going for those two guys with your first 2 picks, because Rudy Gay and LeBron on the fast break are unstoppable. And Rudy Gay is also an amazing three-point shooter, so it spreads the floor for LeBron to get inside. So if you guys are doing any drafts in 2K, I really recommend getting those two guys. Also, a really underrated player in 2K is Roy Hibbert. He has some of the best post moves in this game, and he's also a very good mid-range shooter. So, again, if you want a really good player at a lower pick, if you're doing a draft, go for Roy Hibbert. He's a really good guy to pick up. And then Baron Davis and Ekpe Udoh are basically fillers for me. I don't really score with Baron Davis much, considering the guys I have on this team. Like, look at that. With these two guys on the fast break, with LeBron's passing ability and Rudy Gay's athleticism, it's unstoppable on the fast break. And then also, the defensive intensity of my team with Rudy Gay, LeBron, Baron Davis, Roy Hibbert, these guys are all great defenders. And so I'm able to pretty much lock down any team. Except for there, I have no idea what happened there with David Lee. But aside from a few instances, my team is a pretty good defending team. And I'm making a run at the championship so far this year. Like, look at that from LeBron. It's unstoppable. That's what you have to do. Surround LeBron with good offensive players that complement him. And then as soon as you get reward points from your first season, upgrade his shooting. Once you do that, LeBron cannot be stopped by any team in the league. And the Celtics that I'm playing right now actually have a fairly good team. They have Ricky Rubio, David Lee, Ben Gordon. They're pretty good players. They have Al Jefferson. They actually have a really good team. It's just that with LeBron like this, he's unstoppable. And he pretty much gets whatever he wants. Like, Driving, obviously, he's amazing at, but once you upgrade that perimeter shot, like I've been saying so many times, he is literally unstoppable. And because of that, I forced the Celtics to call another timeout. And now with 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the quarter, I'm up by 10 already. And this is actually not a great quarter for me. I've had quarters where I completely locked down the other team. They scored maybe 2 or 4 points, and I scored like 15, 20. And I actually forgot to turn off automatic substitutions here. So I play this defensive sequence with my subs. Doesn't go well. And I sub in all my good players. Because in 5-minute quarters, there's really no point to sub people out because they'll generally not get tired enough that it'll affect their playtime. So, actually, leaving that off is a good thing. I turn it off in the settings every time on the actual association page, but for some reason it just doesn't keep the changes. And just a little quick plug here for my other stuff that I do. For those of you that don't know, I write articles on Bleacher Report for the Knicks. Since I'm from New York, I'm actually a huge Knicks fan. And if you guys want to check out my articles there, I will have a link to my profile in the description. I haven't written one in a while, though, because of my YouTube channel getting so big and me having to post a lot of videos. But I'm going to get back into writing a few of those articles, and if you guys want to check those out, like I said, it's in the description below. And anyway, you see LeBron obviously destroying them even more. And once again, I know I've been saying this about 1,000 times now, but it shows the value of upgrading his outside shooting. And with the compliments of these players, it pretty much makes him unstoppable. And that, I have no idea what happened there. But anyway, 2K12 I actually found a little bit disappointing compared to 2K11. I'll get into that in another video. But I'm not disappointed with the overall game, just the my player and the lack of crew. I loved crew. 2K11, my crew absolutely destroyed people. We were some of the best crew players around. But unfortunately 2K12 doesn't have crew, so can't do that. But that is another topic for another video. Anyway, this video is coming to a close. We have about 10 seconds left in the quarter. Let's see if LeBron hits this buzzer beater, because I actually forgot since I recorded this game. Let's see what happens here. Oh. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.
Nets lead by 9.
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks.
And we'll return momentarily.